Alright, let's see. Gonna see if we can get people in the chat. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. All right, yay, people are joining. Okay, hey, Terry Moore and Uppercase and Chrissy Z Creations and Morgan Adams, Cindy 2018 HTD, Nikki Jarvis, Rachel, Kelly Butler, Emily Voldock, yay, and then, okay, Paxton in the house. There we go. Hello to you. And hello, Natalie, Patricia McDonald, Rebecca Hubbard. Awesome, awesome. Oh, Morgan, you said you just got back from a parade. Perfect timing. Oh, well, that's cool. What kind of parade? Let's see, Bernadette Thomas and Desiree Cavanaugh and Stargazer and Robin L. Hello, everyone. Awesome, awesome. Purple Glitter, hello. Oh, man, I am late. I am 20 minutes late. Randy H, yay. I'm glad that y'all are here. Thank you for waiting on me. I'm sorry I'm late. Andrea Andres, hello. Finally made it to a live, yay. Man, I feel naked because I usually on camera, I'm wearing eyelashes, like false lashes usually on camera. And right now, I do not have my falsies on. So I feel like I look naked, ill, and 40, which is not bad to look 40, but when you're 34, you want to look 34 or maybe a little less. You don't want to age yourself just by not wearing lashes. Shit. Water Lily, hello. And Christopher always, hello. Ooh, first live, yay. Sarah Bruce, woohoo. And Margot, yay. Susie Cusey, 926. Awesome, y'all. Yeah, I was running a bit behind schedule here, running a bit late, because I was dealing with stuff with my dad. I was over at his house, my parents' house, and I was helping get some stuff situated for him and didn't want to leave until I felt like for sure I knew he was set and situated and good and that he had everything he needed and that he had been fed and that he is in a good place to rest and all that kind of stuff. I told them that I had something I needed to do at 4 o'clock, but that if I ran a bit over, that people would probably give me grace on that. So I did run a bit over, but 20 minutes late could be worse. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, Chrissy Z Creations, I stayed awake for this. Oh, bless you. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Josie Marie, hello. Hello, hello. And Valerie Manjares, hello. Yay. Did I miss anybody? I don't know if I missed anybody. I'm going to take a sip of my La Croix. Where are we at? This seems to be like a Spanish-French thing together because over here, where's the word? Over here it says piña, which would be pineapple in Spanish. But then it has that like frise or whatever. I don't know how you would pronounce that in French because I don't know any French. I suck at French. I apologize. Which I would believe, but I believe that's French for strawberries. Of course, LaCroix is how we would say it in the United States because of like our island. But La Croix in French, of course, that's probably not the pretty way to say it. But then down here, Jesus, the camera's backward. It's really hard to guess. Down here it says curate, like heal yourself, or you know that kind of a vibe in Spanish. And so I'm like, is this a blend of Spanish and French things going on for this long, skinny, tall can of La Croix and not a short, little, stubby, regular size can? I'm like, oh shit. Oh, I drink so much of this stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna burn myself to death too, probably. Excuse me. Midnight Crypt Works. Hello. That's a hell of a name. I like it. Stargazer 55 on Wednesday, but don't feel like I am. Hey, that's what matters, right? That is what matters. Let's see. Lauren Myers, hello. And Caitlin H, hello. And Kim Backman, hello. Awesome. Oh, goodness, Chrissy. I'm sorry about you not feeling up, so you can rest. Go get you some rest if you need some rest. Don't let me hold you back. There will be a replay of this unless things go haywire. Usually this gets to stay up for a replay. Let's see. Aw, Kat, there's 44 people watching. The angels are saying hi. Yes. Angel numbers. Love it. For real. I feel like it's so weird. My daily makeup versus my camera makeup, two different types of faces. Two totally different. Because in person, my camera makeup would look really cakey, really crusty, wrinkly, old, not so great looking, not as good as my skin could look if I didn't go that hard on it. It would look too intense in daylight, but on camera, that's what looks good. And so here I'm wearing my day-to-day face and I'm looking in this viewfinder and I feel naked as hell because I don't have on all my accoutrement that makes it look better on camera. So y'all are sweet and are like, it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying for me, I feel necky. What am I getting into today? Midnight Crypt Works. What I thought about doing, because it's not something that I have done in a while, was whenever I do some like super mini readings. And what I mean by that is for people who've been in lives in the past. Again, I haven't done this very often, but I'll do like a general, what do your spirit guides need you to know kind of message, and for particular individuals and people who put up the $10 super chats or whatever they're called, are kind of reserving their place in line. Don't do it yet. But would be reserving their place in line, first person, second person, whatever, first come, first serve type of thing. First come, first serve. Yeah, that's the phrase. I'm like, sounded really foreign for a second there, and I was like, is that what it's supposed to be? But I'm thinking about doing that because I haven't done that in a while. But I won't do that if the consensus is that we don't want to do that. But that's what I was thinking about doing. So I figured I'd run it by y'all and see if that's something you were interested in, since we haven't done it in a while. And the reason why I'm saying like a simple mini read where it's just, Brenda, this is what your spirit guides are wanting you to know right now. And Jesse, this is what your spirit guides are wanting you to know right now, or whatever. And just kind of going quick is because if people were to actually ask like literal questions instead of just kind of having it be a general message, then it would be like we're getting into individual private readings, and that could spin off in lots of different directions and take lots of different time, and before we know it, we've spent 30 minutes on two people. And so I tend to try to avoid that, because I don't want to end up having a 2-hour live stream and I've done, basically 3 or 4 readings for people. That it just seems a lot. So I tend to avoid it that way, and that's why I do the kind of general, quick, person by person, based on whoever's in line with the $10 super chat. So I'm considering that. I'm just saying I'm considering that. So let me check in with the comments here and give some hellos and check in. Okay, so Stargazer says absolutely. Better with The Irish, hello. I haven't said hello to you yet. Emily Lynn, haven't said hello to you yet. And Margot, hello. And Evie Mendez, hello. So awesome. Chrissy C Creations, that's against YouTube TOS. You can't be naked. Exactly, but my eyeballs are. See, I mean, you know it's bad when Penelope has more effort going into her eyeballs right now than I do. I mean, I have on eye makeup. You just can't hardly tell because of the damn camera. Like I said, this looks good. This face of makeup looks pretty good in real life right now. But on camera, it's like, what makeup? But if I didn't wear makeup in real life, I'd look, On camera, I'd be like, people would be like, are you sick? Get well soon. I'm sorry to hear about your face. Oh, man. Let's see. Emily and Caitlin say, yay, love that. So, Beverly the Irish, wait, somebody tell me what happened to Penelope in her eyes. See, it's fine, but depending on how this is done, like sometimes it'll catch a reflection that'll go right over her pupil like that. And then it'll look like her little eyeball fell out. It was like this in a video recently, and I know Wendy Olson was like, uh-oh, what happened to Penelope's eyeball? And I'm like, it's just a reflection. See, the eyeball's in there, I promise. So, something's going on with her. She's just not so great with the light. She gets a glare when she's looking at the light. Kim Backman, hello. I didn't get to say hey to you yet. Awesome. I don't think I did, or maybe I did. Well, hello to you twice if I said it already. Let's see. Thank y'all for the love and light and prayers and thoughts to me and Alma and my daddy. Yes. Okay. CSC Caitlin says, Irish, it's the light. Yep, the glare. Yep, Chrissy's saying it too. Yep. Snake Plant Cauldron. That is also a hell of a name. I am really liking this. See? You said, hi B, when I do my makeup, I feel like it doesn't look as good on film. LOL, the struggle. It's just what it is. It's what it is. There's two different types of makeup. And I mean, this is, of course, makeup is all what anybody wants it to be. I'm not like I'm saying rules here, okay? Just to clarify. But I'm saying, for me, in my own personal opinion, I think that I have a certain day face that I'll put on, and I think it looks fine. On camera, it's not enough. It just looks regular. So on camera, I've got to wear the lashes and the lipstick and all of this stuff, and then it looks like, wow, that makes you look like a regular makeup face, when in real life, it's getting a little bit clowny looking to me, on me. There's a lot of people that can wear that kind of makeup, and I feel like it looks fire. But on me, it ages me in a not great way. Because sometimes people can have looks that age them, and it's like, oh, that's hot. And then sometimes people can get looks that age them, and it's like, well, why'd you do that? You looked better before. And sometimes I cross that line. Okay, so Kim Beckman's giving the yes thumbs up to the idea about the kind of mini reads. Same with Rebecca Hubbard, and Coco K says I love that idea too. Cool. Natalie is giving the little Perk Squad emojis there with my little bumblebee that I designed holding the cards. So awesome, and says great idea. And hello Diane Berg. Hello. I didn't get to say hi to you. Emily's voting yes. Emily Voldock and Mandy Morgan saying, hi there, sweet honeybee. Hope you're perking a little better today. Thank you. That's very sweet. I'm doing all right. I was 20 minutes late to this live stream, so I apologize for that, but I'm doing all right. And Lisa Hammond in the room. Susie Kesey, hello, saying yes. Okay, so people are saying yes. Good deal. All right, then that's the plan that we'll do. But hold on a second so I can make sure I can get caught up with everything before we start. Okay, yeah, Randy H, that would be awesome. Miss Peaches, hello, you just got here, hello. Kelly Butler, hello. Dana S, hello. Oh, man, can't stay as long because I've got my second poke today, and it's late. Sending love and positive vibes to you and yours in the chat. Yes, go take care of yourself. I know some people talk about having some not feeling so great, not perking too hot after the first or the second shot. So totally understandable. You take care of yourself. Thank you for poking in. That was real sweet, poking in. Jesus. Thank you for checking in after the poke. Lord help me. And yes, better with the Irish. That's why there's film and stage makeup. Yep. Awesome. Ooh, Cheryl Burton, welcome back to the Perk Squad. I'm going to say welcome back because I know that you were in there before. This ain't brand new for you. But thank you. And Josie Marie, we're driving to Fairbanks, Alaska, to pick up our niece, heading home for tomorrow to Anchorage. Wow, 6-hour drive. Woo, goodness. Yes. Well, I'm glad to be helping to give something in that 6-hour drive. Glad that you've got someone else in the car driving you so you don't have to be distracted driving. Sounds brilliant. Lauren Myers with the little dab thing over there. That's cute. Awesome. Oh, and Caitlin H, by seeing your little your mod wrench and stuff like that, that reminds me, anybody that's in the chat who is a mod, if you can email me at some point, no rush, to BeasTalksAndTarot at gmail.com. It's in the description box. I'm just trying to get a list of all the people who mod for me, all their email addresses, just in case I need to do like a listserv or a group email between me and all the moderators of the channel, just so if there's anything we need to get on the same page about or stuff like that we can kind of have an easy way to communicate with everybody together there. So no rush, but if you're still interested in being a mod and stuff like that, if you could just shoot me an email, BeasTalksAndTarot at gmail.com at some point when you're able to, then that would be awesome. Thank you much. Welcome to the Perk Squad, Emily Vine. Welcome. Thank you. And hi, Emily Lynn. Hello. And Charity C. Hello. Oh, good night, Dana. Awesome. Okay, noted, will do. Whoop whoop. Very cool. Okay, so yes, we can get into some things. So let me pull up. Let me see if it lets me do this. If I pull up this. Oh, I've already got it written up there about your spirit guides want you to know this. $10 super chat, all alleged. And I put here limit 5 per live stream because even if there's a chance we might be able to get through more than just 5 people, I like to kind of start with just 5 at a time. So that it doesn't get out of hand, because what happens if we end up accidentally spending 10 minutes on all 5 people? Then that's almost an hour right there. So, I'm just trying to be mindful of everybody's time and stuff like that. I don't want anybody feeling like, whatever. I'm just trying to be thoughtful here. I'm trying to strike a good balance, all right? I'm trying. Hi, Adela Guelfo and Tara Vogel. Hello. So, yes, we can open that now then for if anybody wants to have a quick, what your spirit guides want you to know right now for you personally. Not any specific question, just kind of that, and see where your spirit guides are taking that. Then $10 super chats for if anybody's interested in that. If not, no worries. We can move on, talk about something else, do something else. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. This is what we're doing. So, okay. Oh, okay. So we've got 2 people in the queue real quick. We've got 2 people in the queue. And again, we'll cap it at 5, and if we can extend it past 5, and maybe not even 5 people sign up for it, that's okay. But if we get 5, then we might stop there and make sure we can cover all of that first. And if we have the extra time, then we can do more. But I just wanted to, do this a little bit today since we haven't done this in a live for people. Okay. Woo, goodness. Okay, we've got our 5. So we can pause here. If something else comes through last minute, then no worries, but we can pause kind of where we are so that I can make sure I'm tackling all of this, and that we have plenty of time here. And for people that aren't getting through, sometimes people say that they really enjoy listening to other people's message, because sometimes spirit guides will give a message to someone else that happens to really fit and apply with what you're going through too. And so sometimes just by hearing something from somebody else, you can get something that you feel like benefited you as well. So just throwing that out there for anybody that feels like, I'm hoping to hear something helpful, but I don't feel like I'm able to do a super chat right now and stuff like that. Totally fine. Do not do anything you don't feel comfortable with doing financially. You might benefit from hearing somebody else's. So no worries on it, okay? No worries on it. Alrighty, so let me start here. I'm seeing Lauren Myers up top here for me, so I'm starting at the top here. Love you, mean it, B, and sending all the vibes to your daddy. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. That's very, very sweet. I do appreciate that. I really do. Daddy's having a good day today, and so let me move this microphone right here. So Daddy's having a pretty good day today, and I'm just really hoping that can continue. Daddy's been in a position right now where he is what they call transfusion dependent, meaning if he doesn't get a transfusion basically every 2 or 3 days, he won't be here, because he's dependent on those right now. And so we're really trying to do things like having him eat certain foods and drink certain drinks that are kind of contributing to blood health and stuff like that, to try to get his blood levels to stay up on their own and not need all these transfusions and stuff like this. And so we're doing a lot here, but he's having a good day. At least his spirits are good, and that goes for a lot. So thank y'all for asking and everything. So Lauren Myers, let's see real quick for you, what do your spirit guides want you to know? So Lauren Myers, good Lord, you have hot guides, like as in I just as I opened up right then, it got really warm in here. Like it got really warm in here. Ooh. You guys have a lot of energy. So Lauren Myers, what your guides want you to know right now. Let's do something. And I'm going to be kind of looking at my time here again to just make sure that I'm not going too far, too long on any one person out of fairness to everybody. So I'm just doing this to be fair, okay? Lauren Myers, what your guides are wanting you to know. Let me try to... come on, one at a time. There you go. Okay, so Lauren, it looks like whether this is something happening right this minute or whether this is something happening in the near future, I'm seeing something here where you're getting your ducks in a row, but you're going to have to make a decision. So again, either right now there's something that needs a decision to be made, or in the near future you're going to be making a certain decision. And this is an important decision because whatever this is something to do with moving forward. We can talk about moving forward in a literal sense, or we can be talking about moving forward in a metaphorical kind of abstract sense. But either way, there's a decision here to be made. Something here about this, though, they're saying that there are loose ends to still be tied, more things to think about here. This is not a decision to be made in a hurried manner. Whatever this is not something to do in a hurry. This is something that it's kind of like we understand understand you're feeling pressured to make this decision, or in the future will feel pressured to make this decision. But this is something that is going to take some pause, some thought in this. Notice that we're getting wands and pentacles here, which means this is not something to make a knee-jerk emotional type of decision out of. This is something that it's like, okay, let me consider it from different angles. Let me think about this, logically and pragmatically, and make a decision here. With this Empress card in the reverse, there's something about this situation here that might leave you feeling like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm feeling a little bit insecure, a little bit, not perfectly stable here with all of this stuff. This feels like a lot. This is kind of heavy. I don't know. It's kind of a disempowered type of feeling, and they're wanting you to know that they are seeing this situation and they are there with you through this situation to try to help you as you're feeling this way. I feel like with this, it's kind of important to let you know that you can trust your intuition on this. You can trust whatever it is that you feel like your gut is telling you on this. You don't have to doubt yourself, second guess yourself, confuse yourself any kind of way. You can trust your gut on this. And again, that's the voice that isn't knee-jerk reacting out of fear or out of pressure or out of stress. That's the voice that's feeling, more calm and more at peace, or more inspired or intrigued or interested or excited. So it's going to come from a place of happy or calm, not from a place of like, when you're making this decision. So again, I don't know if this is pertaining to a situation that's going on right this second, or if this is a situation that will come into your life in the near future. But whatever this is, just don't knee-jerk react to it. Take a little bit of time and thoughtfulness and thinking this through. Trust your gut that you're going to be able to pinpoint that specific voice that's telling you to, and make sure you tie loose ends before you move forward. There's going to be a couple of little scraggling pieces here or details here that you need to kind of get together before you take that leap forward with it. So just throwing that out here for you. Lauren, just throwing that out here. So, okay. I want to go, part of me wants to go look down in the comments and see if you've typed anything, Lauren, but then the other part of me is looking at all these little super chats, and I want to make sure that I get to everybody. So let me see here. Let me pull these up, and thank you for letting me read you here. And I know these are kind of quick, but just trying to make sure I can get to everybody. So there's that one there. Let's see here. The next one I've got in line here, Caitlin H. I'm gonna shit my pants. That's a lovely message there. I love it. Oh man, you're great. You're great. Oh. Ooh, sip on that La Croix. So, spirit guides. Oh, excuse me, Lord. I mean, can anybody drink La Croix and not burp? And if so, are they in pain? Because I imagine they might be. So, Caitlin H here. Let's see. Thank you. Spirit guides, what do you need Caitlin H to know? What do your spirit guides need you to know or want you to know right now, Caitlin H? Ooh. Okay. I know I'm getting context cards here just because I want to clarify who this is, because I have an idea. Ooh. One at a time. Up, right, reverse. Sideways. Up, right, reverse. Okay. Alrighty. And, okay, so there's something here. No, I'm gonna do it. Okay. So there's something here, Caitlin. I am getting this card here in the middle. This is a relationship card. Does not necessarily mean it has to be romantic relationship just because it's the Lover's card. I'm talking about a bond that's just a tight bond or would be a close bond. So it can be a loved one of any kind that would have a potential of a close bond. You can have close bonds with parents, with siblings, with friends, things of that nature. It's not just like an acquaintance type of card. And I'm seeing here that whatever this is, it's a situation that's emotional to you. And there's this woman here. This woman seems to be someone that, just throwing it out there, whoever this is someone that's a little bit more on the aloof side. So someone who's not being super emotional, or at least not emotionally warm. Like, this is someone that is maybe a little bit cold, and I'm not trying to be rude to whoever that is, but there's some people that are kind of arm's length people, or they're not the most warm and inviting and cuddly type of vibes with those people. And whoever that is, with the Three of Cups in reverse, it's like a couple of things here. Three's a crowd, so it's like, okay, whoever that is, their energy is like crowding you out, like cramping your vibe a little bit. And also with the Three of Cups in reverse, it's like, this is something that feels like it's not worth celebrating. So it's like, what is going on here? This sucks. This is kind of a shitty situation here. I'm getting this card about feeling disappointed, bummed out. Again, with you as well, there's a decision to be made. I shuffled this deck several times after I talked to Lauren, but still, there's some decision to be made. And what I'm seeing here with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and a Two of Pentacles upright, this is kind of like either losing money or losing a sale, or something going not so well or not so ideally as it relates to some sort of a financial circumstance, or circumstance with something that is an earthly matter, like finances, property, career, job, stuff of that nature. And this is kind of like something shifting from one hand to another hand. So there's something going on here where it's like, this should be shifting over. This should be going from this to this, and it feels like it's not, or it's not happening right, or it's not what it's supposed to be. And again, with these readings, this could be something happening now, or this could be something that's coming up more in the near future for you. So I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be something that you're aware of right this minute, but I'm seeing something go on about this. Is there any, just to throw it out there for last minute, is there any kind of advice on here about what to, oh man, Empress card in reverse, Hermit card in reverse. Oh shit. See, I'm trying not to get too far into this like a regular reading, but some kind of communication not happening very well, something going a bit slow, and just, it's like, this is dragging ass, it's not going super well, can't even talk to this person about this, whatever it is. And so the advice here is more or less a pick and choose your battles type of advice. So it's saying that whatever's going on here, they understand is not an ideal situation. This is not where we were wanting to be, meaning to be, but there's something going on here where it's like, I can decide to fight tooth and nail, or I can decide to pull back a bit. There's a range of decisions of how you could approach this, and their advice about it is to pick and choose your battles, basically to preserve your own well-being. You know how sometimes if we fight this much, it pays off, but if we fight this much, it doesn't pay off as much anymore. And so it's kind of like they're saying, fight up until the point that you feel like it's not going to have enough payoff for you, and then decide about picking and choosing your battles at that point with this situation. So I know I've pulled a lot more cards here than I meant to, so I'm going to pull these up, and I know I'm going, I know I'm going quickly here, 5 or 10 minutes on each person, but I just want to make sure I'm getting to everybody. So I'm trying to get to people quickly, but that's what I'm seeing here for you, Caitlin, and I'm hoping that that's kind of giving some sense of what's going on and what you might, how you might take a look at it, kind of thing, is what they're getting at here. Let me just shuffle up again. All right. And again, to anybody here, if anybody needs to dig into anything further, or if you're seeing something happening, a reading happening for someone else, and it makes you want to get some sort of a fuller reading on your own, then again, my website, you can book private readings, short ones, long ones, whatever one you feel like you need. If you end up feeling like there's more stuff to dig into, but certainly you don't have to. I'm just reminding people that there's that option if you feel like you need it. All right, sip again in between. And again, as much as I want to read through the comments and stuff, I know how I get hung up on comments. So I kind of can't let myself look at it right now. I kind of just got to blow through the list so that I don't get distracted. Because y'all know me, I have a lot of squirrel moments. And hello, Michelle Littlefield. I don't know if I said hello to you, but I see your comment there in the middle of these two super chats. So hello. But the third person I have here, Randy H. Hello. Thank you. Let's see. Randy H. So, Randy H. Spirit guides. What do your spirit guides want you to know, Randy H? What do your spirit guides want to tell you? What do we need to know? What do we need to talk about for you, Randy H? Okay. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, so from what we're looking at here, and again, Randy, this is something that's either happening now or something that will happen in the near future, and you'll recognize it when it comes up if it's not something that's currently happening. But the situation that I'm seeing here play out is feeling kind of iced out some type of way. Like there's something going on, whether this is career-wise, relationship-wise, where you feel like you're being left out, iced out, ignored. There's some sort of attention, something that feels, again, tense, that there's a tension there. That's what I'm kind of looking at this card. So iced out here, tense here, where you're feeling like I've got a plan around this. There's maybe some people involved that are not the easiest people to get along with, or there's some personality conflicts or some character flaws from these people here. Excuse me, now I'm hiccuping. Jesus Lord, can I do all? No. I was about to say, can I do all the functions at once? But please, no, actually. I take it back, Lord. Oh, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. But yeah, these people here, not people that don't play super well in the sandbox. They don't play super well in the sandbox. So if you feel like there's some people here where it just feels a little bit weird and we can't really connect, or y'all personality wise we don't click, or y'all are here and I'm here, or there's some kind of it just doesn't go. It just doesn't fit. I'm seeing this situation here. And so this is kind of like trying to figure out, where do I want to go with this? How do I want to navigate this? So let me get some guidance cards. And again, I don't know if this is something happening now or if this is something that will happen in your near future, but let's get some guidance cards on how they would have you push through with this. Wow. Y'all, do y'all see the theme today? Do y'all see the theme? We're on the third person, and we're getting this card again. We're getting this card again. There's something going on here within the group of all of us that just so happen to all be together at this time, where there's a common theme about big decisions coming up that people are considering making. It is insane that this is coming up again. It is insane. So they're bringing this out. They're saying that as it relates to this situation, communication is not going to be so great. It's going to be a bit slow, or it's going to be again, conflict-y, tense, not easy. You know that there's certain people that it's super easy to talk to, and there's other people that we either have to walk around on eggshells, or we can't get a hold of them, or they're always copping a toot every time we're trying to talk, or stuff like that. There's just something that it's just like, this makes everything drag on. We could have got this settled out a long time ago if you hadn't have made this difficult, kind of thing. And so I see that there's a decision to make around this, and once again, very similar to what we just said to Caitlin, it feels like a pick and choose our battles type of thing. So it's so strange that we're having a theme like this going on. I cannot make this shit up. Y'all saw that I shuffled these things, and still I'm getting this out. Because with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is like we're trying to get to a certain point. There is a certain ideal with this, but this feels like I'm not so sure if I'm going to be able to make it to that ideal. Kind of like, as an example, if you're in a job that it's hard to really, enjoy the job, and there's just so much stuff going on that it's like, is this worth it? Is this really worth it? And you get to a point where you're like, you know what? No, it's not worth it, and it's not going to get any better. And so you make a decision to move to a different job to make it better. It's that kind of a vibe that I'm getting inside. Not saying that the situation that we're talking about has to be about your job or employment, but I'm just saying, as an example, that's the type of vibe that I'm feeling of. I don't know if I'm gonna get out of this, the ideal thing that I would really want to get out of this. And at some point I've got to kind of cut my losses and move forward and choose a different way. And so this is kind of what this looks like. Whatever this situation is, again, whether it's now or whether it's something in the near future, it does seem like you would be in a bit of a disadvantage position some kind of way. So if you get to feeling like, is it just me, or am I feeling these things, but I shouldn't be feeling these things? Or is this all in my head? Or is this really that bad? Or if you start thinking those things in your head, they're just trying to validate here that you don't have to second guess that, if what you feel is valid for a reason, and you can trust what you feel on that and move forward accordingly. But there is another vibe here of, what's that adage about? I don't know what it is, but it's basically about how some people are committed to misunderstanding us, and it's just like, you'll never get on the same page as me. We'll never be in the same boat. It's just not going like this. Don't know why, but it just can't. And it's like, okay, you're just going to see it that way regardless. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot that I can do about that. And that's that. So it's some kind of a situation along those lines. So there's a lot here that we could dig into. I know that we're, with time and stuff, it's not looking like I would be able to dig into right now, but I think that this is kind of, like I said, in terms of them bringing up a situation that you would either recognize now or recognize in the near future, and them saying at that point, you're prioritizing yourself and you're picking and choosing your battles at the same time, knowing that some people just can't get with the program. And in an ideal world, they should, they would, they could, but here they just don't, for whatever reason. And you're valid in how you feel about that. So I know it just shoved a lot at y'all. I'm shoving a lot at y'all, but I'm trying to be brief, but give some guidance here from your guides. So I know it's a lot, but there's that for Randy H. And so I see here with Cindy 2018 HTD. So let me take another sip. It is so hot in here now. Suddenly. All right. So Cindy 2018 HTD. Spirit guides, what do you want Cindy to know? What do you need Cindy to know? What is the message that you would like to send to Cindy? Send to Cindy. Okay. Okay. Very interesting here. So, Cindy, with this, again, like I've said for everybody else, either something that's happening now or something that would be happening in the near future. But what I'm looking at here is this idea of things not really going, kind of moving slow as it relates to a certain relationship here. This, again, could be a romantic relationship, or it could be a platonic relationship like colleagues, family members, friends. So this is not necessarily specifying the nature of the relationship, but it is about a relationship. Something that feels a little bit slow, feels maybe a little bit dead end-ish about whatever relationship this is. So if there's some relationship that you're aware of in your life that you feel like, I don't know if this is really going anywhere, or I don't know if this is really providing anything to me, or, you know, it's just kind of or something like that. There's a feeling about that coming up here. When we get these cards down here, with the Nine of Wands, this is kind of like you're resilient. You've been through a lot. There's a lot that you have taken over the years. There's a lot that you've gone through, experienced. You possibly could have been, and I mean this in a non-literal way, but you possibly could have been somebody's punching bag over the years as well. You know how some people just take out their frustrations on other people, or they tend to lash out at people close to them, because that's easier than lashing out at a stranger or something like that. So there's something here about, it's like, you know, I've kind of felt beaten down a bit, figuratively speaking, but I'm still here, I'm still standing, I'm still trying to show up here, but there's something about this relationship, whatever one it's going to, again, platonic or romantic, that feels like we're not so sure if this is something that would be continuing on long term in the future. Like, not so sure that feels worth it. Not so sure I really want to do that. You know, kind of feeling a little weird about it. You know, a little bit torn or something. So there's something here with this relationship dynamic. When they give you the Magician card on this is them trying to make you feel more empowered than what you might feel already. So you might feel like, I don't know if I've got what it takes, or I don't know if I should be making a decision about this relationship, or, you know, well, what about this? Well, but what about that? You know, and all that kind of stuff that we can kind of get stuck in analysis paralysis and not really know how to move forward on it. And this is a card that's saying you've got everything you need. This Magician's got the Wands and the Cups and the Pentacles and the Swords. They've got everything they need to string it all together and know what to do and take action and trust that the action you took is what you needed to take, kind of thing. And so they're trying to make it seem here, or trying to show you that from their perspective, there's a lot more choice in this than you might think. There's a lot more empowerment in this than you might think. And for you to basically manifest what you feel like you want and need. Is this something that you feel like, oh, we can just make boundaries and enforce those boundaries and that'll feel good enough? Great. If this is something that it's like, you know what? I don't even know if it's worth that. I am going to say that we're gonna, you know, just cut this one out of our lives and move forward from there, and just not allow ourselves to look back or get sucked into it. If that's something that you want to do, then you go for it. This is a card that's putting you in the driver's seat, figuratively speaking. So that way you don't feel like life is happening to you. You are the one manifesting and generating what happens in your life. And they're wanting it to feel more like it's coming from that place and less like it's, oh, all this is happening to me and I can't make it stop, or I can't slow it down, or I can't whatever, or I can't speed it up for that matter. Their way of looking at this is like, nope, we're in more control than we think we are. What are the places that we have choice points? What are the places that we have control? What are our options available to us? And let's, you know, start making decisions. There's something here that feels like the more we just kind of hold on, wait, and flow business as usual, the harder it'll feel like to know what to do about this. And again, something happening now or in the near future with this for you. So, alrighty. There, we've got this for Cindy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me get my stuff together here and take another sip. All right. Doing good on mini reads here. We've got several people we got to talk with. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got to talk with 4 folks here. Awesome, awesome. So got a little few handful more to go. We'll get in this. And then I'll try to catch up on comments too after I get to talk with these folks. I will check in on comments as well. But next here I have Better with the Irish. Okay. And I see that you wrote need help with daughter Cleo in our issues. We'll see if that comes up here. It might, because you've written that. But since I'm asking what your spirit guides want you to know, they might give me something that applies to that. But they might give me something that applies to something else. And I don't know for sure. It's just kind of going with what they are pointing out that they want to bring up. So we'll see if it ends up kind of cleaving together there when we're asking kind of a general. But let's see. So for Better with the Irish, what your spirit guides want you to know. What your spirit guides want you to know right now. Okay. Whoop. One at a time. One at a time. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So what we're looking at here, we've got 3 very emotional cards right here, but we also have 2 major arcana cards. So whatever they're talking about here, this situation is emotional, and this situation is kind of one of those big deal situations in life. It's not like, oh, somebody made me drop my ice cream. It's something that's a bigger deal than that, So, okay, quit with the OCD. Leave the cards alone. Fuck's sake. All right, just stop touching it. So, okay. With this, just to start out with the Judgment card upright, the first thing they're trying to do out the gate is to reassure you that whatever you're doing, you're on the right path with it. So it seems like they're saying whatever is going on, you feel like there's a lot up in the air. Sometimes it feels okay. Sometimes it doesn't feel okay. I'm not sure when the next shoe is going to drop. I'm not sure when things are going to feel fine versus when something's going to be like, oh, I've got a monkey wrench thrown in here and I got to figure out how the fuck to deal with this. And so it's kind of like that, like you can never calm down and feel truly rested. It's like even sitting on the couch trying to watch TV, that should be lounging, that should be resting, but it doesn't feel restful. Even that feels like an undertone of stress bubbling underneath the surface. And that a lot of that is because it's like, I don't know what I should do about this, or I don't know how I should handle this, or whatever. There's a lot of that, the question marks, a lot of question marks. And so that leads to that stress over the unknown. And they're wanting to right out the gate give you that Judgment card upright to say that you are following your intuition on this. You're trying to go with your gut. You're trying to handle things the best you can with what you have at the time that you have it, and that is appropriate here. That is good here. That is enough here. So they're trying to validate you with that. As we're getting further on in here, we're seeing, literally with all of these cards, the Hermit card in reverse is like kind of coming out of our shell a little bit, whether that means having to have a vulnerable conversation, or whether that means having to set a boundary that feels extra difficult and we're, a little shy or timid about doing it, or whether that means kind of putting ourselves out there in some sort of a way that is opposite than what we would naturally do. Like sometimes with certain people, a natural response when we're stressed or intimidated is to kind of withdraw a little bit, kind of go to ourselves a little bit, kind of pull inward a little bit, because it feels easier and it's not, sometimes other things feel like they might not be worth the hassle. But with this Hermit card in reverse, it's kind of challenging us to do a bit of the opposite of that pull in. So if we're getting that kind of emotional reflex to go inward, this is kind of like no, don't pull the tentacles inward, keep the cords going outward, keep the connections, keep plugged in, stay plugged in type of thing. They're giving here with the Queen of Swords upright and the Knight of Cups upright, again, about this being something that ties emotionally, but that there's also logical ways of thinking about this too. So we're using both emotion and logic. So certain situations, people might get advice to, hey, you need to plug in emotionally with this. Certain situations, people might get advice of, hey, you really need to think smart about this. But with them here, they're like, there's going to be a blend of the two that's going to be the sweet spot here. Because if we use all of one or all of the other and not include both, then we'll be missing some key pieces here that could be useful in looking at. So kind of tying the both together. Now, when we get this Four of Cups in reverse, this is sometimes feeling like, well, I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I try this approach, then this might happen. But if I try this approach, then this might happen. And so it's kind of a feeling of stuckness. So Spirit Guides, advice about how to manage that stuckness then, in that case. Ooh. Okay. So, in that case, with the stuckness, just being honest here, they're saying sometimes if you feel like you've got to make pretty big decisions and those decisions keep kind of popping in your head and popping in your head and popping in your head and it just kind of keeps looming there, sometimes there's a reason for that. Sometimes there's a reason for that. So, as an example, and not saying that this has to be what's going on right here, and again, this could be now or this could be in the near future, but with this card here, sometimes this is permanently walking away from something. This could mean permanently walking away from a relationship, or this can mean permanently walking away from a certain perspective we hold about someone and having to think of it differently or something like that. So, let's see. Let me try to think of an example, because obviously if we're saying, walking away, permanently walking away from someone, if that is a way that you choose, that's more self-explanatory. We know what that looks like. But what I mean by illustrating an example of walking away from a perspective, here's one. Back when I used to be married and my now ex-husband cheated on me, had an affair with my two best friends. I had gone through therapy and couples therapy with him and all of this stuff, to try to get our marriage back on track, months and months and months of that. And after that therapy was over, still for months and months and months, I noticed that I was having these passive aggressive jabs at him. And I know that it was because I was still hurting. And so I was kind of being mean to him to take out my inner hurt on him. And I got to a point where I had to be like, okay, I am either going to choose to stay with him, which means I have to abandon my perspective of how I'm looking at this, how I'm still holding him accountable or holding fault over his head or still blaming him or still being, a bitch to him for what he did to me and all this, and, gotta hurt him every little step because to make him pay because I'm in pain and blah, 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 blah. It's like I had to choose. If I want to stay married, I can't be doing that anymore. I have to accept that we're trying to move forward and I have to let go of that punishment type of mindset. Or if I want to hold on to that punishment type mindset and I am not willing to let that go because I'm not emotionally ready to let that go, then I might have to just acknowledge that this relationship isn't going to get better and I need to let go of the relationship. But holding on to both at the same time was not working for me. So I know this is a different situation than what you're in. You're probably not in a situation where a husband is cheating with best friends or whatever. But you see what I mean about the difference between walking away on something in a physical stance versus walking away from something in a emotional perspective type of stance. That's what I'm getting here. So there's something here where there's like a perspective thing or a way of looking at something, a way of thinking about something that if we want something to work out, we have to abandon that or switch that, change the narrative. Does that make sense? I know it's so abstract, it's hard to explain here, but I'm hoping that makes sense. But just to draw this out, I do get this happily ever after type of card here. So it does seem like whatever this situation is pertaining to that they're bringing up here, ultimately, at the end of the day, when everything is all said and done, things are meant to be okay for you. Things are meant to feel better for you. You're not meant to feel like you're struggling forever. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel that they have here painted out for you. So, okay. And I just talked a lot. I'm going to pause and take a drink. Drink of La Croix. Okay. Let's see. Got a few more to get through here, and then I can check in on the comments because I know people have written some more comments, and I want to make sure I can get to those as well. Uh-oh, my chat jumped. Let me find out where I left off. My chat jumped. Shit. Okay, so just talked about Better with the Irish, and now we have Emily Valdock up. Okay, Emily Valdock up. Alrighty. So, ma'am, let's see what we've got here for you. Let me get situated on my stool here. Oh, and as I'm seeing at the very bottom, I didn't mean to see this, but I'm seeing at the bottom of the comments on my screen where I have Emily Valdock up here on top. The one at the bottom says, from Emily Lynn, says, I agree. That's why I like hearing other people's readings. Sometimes I can get something meaningful. So yeah, that's something that I feel like that's something I do. I tend to like to hear other people's readings because then I might hear something that I'm like, you know what? I could take that advice for me. That actually fits for me too. And there's little trinkets of things, and it just, I don't know, it's inspirational for me. When I listen in on some other mini reads and things like that, I find things that are useful for me. Maybe everybody doesn't, but it's cool if people can. So, all right. Emily Valdock, what does Emily need to know, spirit guides? What do your guides want you to know right now, Emily? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you know, this is interesting here. So, okay, what I'm looking at here, I am seeing, it feels like I'm supposed to be doing this. So that's why I was doing this a second ago, because it feels like I'm supposed to be doing this. Usually I read it like a book, but it feels like I'm supposed to do this. So I'm going to do whatever I'm feeling like I'm supposed to be doing here. The Empress card comes up, and that is usually a mothering energy, some sort of motherly energy here, as it relates to some sort of a motherly thing. So whether it's you as a mom, or whether it's a mother figure or something like that, I'm seeing this thing here again of being like, there's a lot left in the air. I'm stressed. Can't really tell if this is going to be a good thing, a not so good thing. You know, you never know what you're going to get. It's kind of like the whole, if you open up a box of chocolates, you might have some really good shit in there, and then you might bite into one and be like, this is the nastiest thing I've ever tasted. It tastes like ass and foot. And so I see this sense of feeling like there's something here where it's like, surprise, is it a good surprise? Is it a not good surprise? And that you would be contending with something related to that. as I move forward over here, I'm getting this feeling here. The Queen of Wands is coming up for you as like a signifier for you here. And so it's like they're talking about the Queen of Wands, but here is a wand in reverse under it. So it's almost like a feeling of, I'm a Queen of Wands without my fucking wand. I need my wand. And so it's like the Queen of Wands is meant to be someone who feels like, I've got it all. I can do it all. I can manage it all. I've got the passion, the fire, the drive, the know-how, the this, the that, and the other. But when she's missing her staff, I mean, look at that. That's something that she uses as a support. She leans on that. That's something that she feels like she's able to use to help her lean on it when she needs that. And with this feeling like my wand's away, there's something here that is a vulnerability to that. There's something here that feels like, I need that support, or I need something to lean on, or I need, even just a reprieve or something. Like sometimes without having that wand, the wand can represent passion. So it can mean, I'm running out of having that passion, or I'm running out of having that energy, that juice, that mojo, that whatever. And so it could mean that you're feeling like, whew, I gotta sit down on this bench for a minute. Like, damn, I can't keep up. Like, can we call a timeout and just pause all of life for a minute and let me recoup and then begin again? Is that kind of feel, because it's related here. This Emperor card and this Seven of Swords. Emperor card being some sort of a man. Usually this is a man that's pretty powerful in his own right. He's usually the father of the tarot. So we had the motherly energy over here. Now we've got the fatherly energy over here. And with his energy, he can be a little bit on the controlling side. And with this Seven of Swords under it, this is kind of sneaky, kind of underhanded, someone who has an agenda. This is a very agenda-driven thing here. And so let me pull cards on what kind of advice, and again, current or future, that they would want you to know relative to this situation. Insights or advice that they want to give to you, your guides want to give to you relative to this situation here. Okay. All right, geez Louise. All right, it's not going to be perfect, B. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Stop touching it. Stop touching it. All right, let me get one more, too. I just want to get one more. Okay. Felt like I was meant to get one more. So, with these, this is like, there's some decisions here that I feel like I don't want to have to make. That there are some things that it's like, really, I shouldn't have to make these decisions, or I shouldn't be forced to feel like I need to make these decisions, or I'm feeling stuck, like there is no great decision to make. Again, that damned if you do, damned if you don't energy of, if I make this decision, then this thing will happen, but if I make this decision, then this thing will happen, and neither of these things is particularly ideal. So, am I just choosing the lesser of two evils? Is that what I'm choosing? And so there's kind of a sense of that. Now, with this Three of Wands over here in reverse, it can feel like there might be certain things that don't come to fruition anytime soon. And by that I mean, say you're looking at 5 different things that you're hoping will happen, and maybe 2 of them happen, and 1 of them is left open-ended, and then 2 of them don't happen, or something. It's like this kind of sense of, I get part of the things I want, part of the things I didn't really want, and then there's a couple of things that are open-ended and I'm not sure where they're gonna go. There's that kind of a feeling. But here we go, straight down the middle with these 2 power cards. These are good power cards, strong power cards, Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune, both upright. So this is like all in balance and all in divine timing. There's a positive omen about this. So this is like the cycle is going, the wheel is turning, and with this, again, in Greek mythology, it's like the fates with the string, the strings of destiny, and it's kind of like this thing of the wheel is going regardless, and things are happening in divine timing, the way that they're meant to, yada, yada, yada kind of thing. And this is going to kind of be a positive, quote unquote, ending to this. The Temperance card, again, trying to have balance in all things. And I know that would be hard, especially when you get this shifty energy down here, which could be manipulative, but trying to have balance in all things, trying to have the calm in all things, and moving forward in the time that things take. So again, it could take longer than what we were hoping for. We might be dealing with situations that we hope would be over with sooner than they actually end up being over with. But it's like there's a time that it takes to resolve in this way for a reason, and that can be annoying, but at least it seems like whatever this is would be eventually quite positive for you, because again, with that Wheel of Fortune upright, that's kind of a good luck type card. So it seems like you've got a lot on your side here, and that these are good luck omens, and it's just a matter of trying to get from point A to point B without, pulling your hair out kind of thing over it, because this is a stressful situation. They brought this up. It is a stressful situation, and yet you're trudging along, and the ending looks like we're looking at mostly good things here. Again, over here, there might be some things that are like, a little less than ideal. Could have done without that kind of thing. But for the most part here, this is good. So it feels like a difficult beginning and a difficult middle, but a decent ending here. So, good with the bad, bad with the good, kind of got a mix here, but it's a realistic mix with a positive flair to it. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me stretch my neck. Oh. Snap, crackle, pop. Snap, crackle, pop. Alright, let me get a sip of something. How many of these have we done? I feel like I'm charging through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit, we've done 6. Wow. Okay, we've done 6. And we have 4 more to go. It seems 5 more to go. Okay. Whoo. This is a lot, y'all. But we can do it. We can do it. Alrighty. So let's do this. But just to put that out there, since we've done 6 and we have 5 more to go, I'm gonna, I'm closing shop with what we seem to have on the docket here, because I don't know how much more of these I could do in a row before my energy starts draining out, and I don't want to shaft anybody with leaving anybody with leftover drained energy. I want to be able to be up and doing well for everybody, because that's what's fair. So, thank you much. All right, let's see. Okay, so the next one I have here is Susie Cusey, 926. So, Susie Cusey, let's see here what your guides are wanting you to know. So, Spirit Guides, what are you wanting Susie Cusey to know? Spirit Guides, what are you wanting Susie Cusey to know? Well, damn, if we don't have wands, like, that's a lot of shit. Out of all 6 of your cards, only one of the cards is not a wands card, Susie Cusey. Lord help. Okay, so let's just talk about this then. Wands are cards with fire energy behind them. They're cards about going, moving, doing. A lot of times they're related to career or personal pursuits, development, stuff like that. And you've got a lot of that going here, Susie Cusey. You got a lot of that going here. What I'm seeing here is, and again, that this could be something happening now or something happening in the near future. So I'm seeing a situation play out where you feel like you've kind of got to push forward on something, whether that's I've got to set boundaries and I've got to enforce them, or whether that's I've got to stand up to somebody, or I've got to push for my space of where I belong here, or, you know, I've got to defend myself or whatever. There's this kind of type of bucking up energy here. With these two though, the 8 of Wands in reverse and the 3 of Wands in reverse, this is kind of a slow energy in relation to this. This can be, again, either people not communicating well or not communicating at all, or things going slow. This can also be referring to if there were things that you were considering around, say, making a move or taking a trip. This could be things that are kind of getting in the way of doing that, to where it's like, okay, we're not really moving right now, or we're not taking a trip right now. So it's got that kind of slow, no-go type of vibe to these cards. Whatever this is here, this is a card that's kind of like, damn, you know, bummer, disappointed, not what I wanted, no kind of thing. But the positive here is with the 10 of Wands, this is like whatever it is that you kind of take on something extra, it pays off. So say you try to start something new and it pays off, or say you try to resolve something and it pays off, or say you are like, let me put in the extra time and energy for a certain job or a private business or things like that. There's things paying off here. So I see that you've got a lot on your plate here, and that there would be a lot to kind of have to assert yourself over, or lay out your boundaries, or put something out there, that there's kind of a lot that you'd have to stand up for per se, but I see things paying off for you. So it's kind of like this whole situation gives me those vibes of how people say you may not win all the battles, but you could still win the war. And that's kind of the thing that I'm getting here, that whatever situation this is talking about, it feels like not every little point around that you would be doing would feel like a teetotal win. But when we're looking at things in aggregate, zoomed out, seeing the forest rather than the individual trees, that this looks good for you. So let me get a little bit more on this in terms of guidance for how to handle whatever we're looking at here. Now they're giving us some things other than these wands, because again, those wands about that fiery energy, that passion, that push, that drive, that go, that movement. And then here we have the other suits. I'm almost going to be out of my LaCroix. I'm going to have to get another one soon. Or a regular water cup, because this bitch ain't above drinking regular water. I do it all the time. But, yeah, with this, in terms of kind of advice-y type stuff, we'll put it this way. This feels very similar to someone, and I can't even remember who it was that was further up there, but it feels very similar to someone where we were talking about if you've got to make decisions based on what feels okay to you and what doesn't feel okay to you, it's okay if you've got to make a hard decision and you've got to stick with it. So it's okay if you feel like you've got to put distance between you and a friendship or colleague or relationship of any sort. It's okay if you feel like you've got to break something off with someone. It's okay if you feel like something's just, that's not going to move forward with me into my future, so I'm not going to do it. It's okay if you have to make some kind of big decisions like that. There's a potential here that you might have to kind of make some big decisions. And with this card here as the 10 of Cups in the middle, again, this is that kind of happily ever after card. So once again, like how I said a second ago about how you might not feel like you've won all the little battles, but in terms of looking at it as the war, that you would have won that. That's what I'm seeing here with this too. It's like getting the overall overarching thing that you come out on top. So whatever these, micro things going on would pertain to, the overall is that you're meant to be okay. Things are meant to work out for you in the long run. Like, I see good stuff coming up for you outside of these little nitty gritties, whatever these things are going on that seem to kind of hold you back. I don't see this as being something that would hold you back for long into the future or anything like that. So there's a lot with this. It seems kind of like either this is one big complicated situation, or your guides might be bringing up a couple of situations and it's all like aggregating into one, a big amalgamation of these micro things. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint here when we're doing something that's like a mini read. But the point that they're trying to get behind this is it's okay to make these big decisions if you feel like you have to. Eventually things are going to be okay for you, that we're thinking about this in terms of not missing the overall forest through the trees. We're thinking of this as a war, not lots of little battles. So it's kind of that long game idea in mind, and it's okay to stand up for yourself, put your own boundaries. And if there's things that are unresponsive to that, then you know what you've got to do. So I feel like I want to give you a hug for whatever this is. And again, I don't know if this is something that's happening to you now or if this is something that would be kind of near future happening to you. But I feel like I want to get you a hug because it's like, trying to go through a long game, sometimes the long haul stuff is just tiresome. It's tiresome. So totally feel for you in that. Totally feel for you. Let's hold on to this happily ever after card here. Let's hold on to that. Let's let this be the main thing we're remembering from all of this. Because light at the end of the tunnel. Light at the end of the tunnel with that. Alrighty. So, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. So, next up, we have Emily Vine. We have Emily. So, Emily Vine, what your spirit guides want you to know. What does Emily Vine's spirit guides want them to know? Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. All right. What do your spirit guides want you to know, Emily Vine? What do your spirit guides want you to know, Emily Vine? Oh, hell. Oh, hell. What the fuck? I apologize in advance for whatever is coming up here in your reading because I was not expecting this. Okay, so I just want an extra card on each of these. Context card on this one, please. Thank you. Context card on this one, please. Thank you. Okay, so Emily, do you need a hug as well? Because damn. I mean, here, take this. A hug. Take this. Come here, Emily. Hug. So, again, right now or near future, this here, I'm wanting to say with these first two cards that this is something that you're already familiar with. This is some sort of negativity or toxicity that you would have been dealing with. So this feels like it's something that's either now or in the past. So let's say this for an example. Say you had a really toxic relationship in the past and there's still something affecting you now because of what you've gone through. Or say that you're currently in some sort of a relationship or friendship or have a family member that is really negative or toxic or something like that, that's happening now. There's something around this that deals with some sort of people or environment that you would be in that is not a healthy environment or dynamic or something to be in, and this is something that would be majorly taking an emotional toll from what I'm seeing here. Let me get the cards all in here. It's hard to get them all. Whatever, the camera's gonna do what the hell it's gonna do, apparently. Apparently. That little kid that says apparently. But yeah, Emily, damn. So like this is kind of having to go through the ringer really, around whatever this negative or toxic or unhealthy situation is, and really having been bogged down in this. The good part with this, the part that's the takeaway, are when we get these 4 cards here. This is like you basically planning inside, like, what is it that I want? What is it that I need? What is it that I want my future to look like and feel like? And is there anything that I need to do to make sure I can get that? If that means dropping certain relationships, if that means changing to a different job, if that means cutting something loose, if that means, whatever that means, what do I need to do? What do I need to release and put in the past and let go of and clean and clear it away for me to be able to bring into focus this stuff that is a part of my future, because that is not a part of my future. So this is like, whatever this is something that is holding you back or has held you back. And it's not meant to continue to hold you back in the future. I'm seeing here with this Judgment card upright and this Hierophant card upright, this is that you're really meant to be kind of going on a whole new adventure here in life. Like you're coming up on what I sometimes, when I talk to people in private readings, sometimes I'll call it like a chapter 2, where it's like us 1.0 in our previous chapter in life. This is how things looked and were and felt. But now us 2.0 in our second chapter in life looks and feels and is so different to that. And it's a whole new world, and we have whole new rules of how we operate and what we allow and what we don't allow and all this kind of stuff. And I'm seeing you get to a whole new place. You're going to your chapter 2, you're doing your 2.0. Something is meant to be better about what you're coming up on. And so it's almost like your guides are giving you this, almost like as a way of, we validate and see what you've been through, and so sorry you've had to experience heaviness like this, people like this, situations like this. That's terrible, and I'm sorry. And in the future, we're going to get to a place where that's not something that we're dealing with anymore. And they're trying to help you through that. So if this is something that's persisting, they're trying to help you get out and away from that. If this is something that happened in the past, but it's still renting space some kind of way in your mind, heart, soul, whatever, they're trying to help you release that and move forward with that. So whew, yeah, I mean, focusing here, we've got some positive crap ahead. But it doesn't come without this 2 of Wands. That 2 of Wands there in reverse is you figuring out how to get from that point A to point B. What is it you need? What are the baby steps included? It could feel like a lot. It could feel like, well, how the hell am I supposed to this? That's so overwhelming. But it could be like, well, today, this is a decision that I'm going to make that's going to contribute to that picture of what I want in my future. And then tomorrow, here's a decision I'm going to make that's going to contribute to that of the future. And it's like, so you can build small decisions that over time add up to being something really powerful and really cool. And it was built on small decisions. It's kind of like they're giving me this picture of like people building those giant pyramids that technically they're made of single little stones built up into a huge big formation, but it's small things that made the big things. And so that's what I'm seeing here. We're starting in small bite-sized chunks, things that feel doable in every day, nothing too big, too scary, too crazy, too hard, whatever, but to move us in the direction of what feels healthier, safer, and emotionally what you deserve. Because you've been through the fucking ringer. I do not like having to see that you've gone through this kind of a thing. You've gone through some shit and not cool. You don't deserve that. And we're meant to have better here. We're meant to have better here. Alrighty, let me pull these up. Pull these up. Let's. Got a little bit of a sip left. Juggling it around, trying to get more out of it. All right. I might end up grabbing another one of those in a second. But let's see here. Oh, and I'm getting now to the comments here where Caitlin H is like, she'll be ready for a giggle here because yeah, where you wrote, I'm gonna shit my pants, and I said it out loud. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm watching you, Caitlin. Watching you, Caitlin H. All right, so let me shuffle up here. Oceana song. This is my song for you. I apologize for my song for you. It was not easy on the ears. It was not at all easy on the ears, the song for you I had. Damn. All right. Whew, we have been live for an hour and a half, y'all. I have been earning my keep today. Whew. I have been earning my keep today. Y'all see why I don't do this on lives too often, because it can kind of like take us away and put us on a wave, and that wave can take us far, far out into the ocean to where we never return. You know, it can get away from us pretty fast. So that's why I do it, you know, few and far between when I feel like I've got the time and the energy and the ability to do right by y'all with it. So today I was that bitch. Yes. All right, so Oceana song. So let's see here. Spirit guides. What do we want Oceana song to know? What do you want Oceana song to know? Okay, this one keeps falling out. All right, we'll take it. What do you want Oceana song to know? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? What do you want them to know? Jesus hair. Jesus. How do I shuffle that much and still get this card in this upright position in this number 4 slot? Do you see this? I cannot make this shit up, people. I cannot make this up. Alrighty. So, Oceana song. That's a really cool name. What I'm looking at here. Okay. This is some situation that feels like, again, whether it's now or whether it's something in the near future, feels like it's home family related. Because of this card. So we're kind of going in the home and family arena here. We're looking at this Queen of Swords. I don't know if this is pertaining to you or if this Queen of Swords is speaking to somebody else in your home and family life. But whatever I'm seeing around this person, this is a person who is smart. This is someone who usually has a fairly clear head. Their head's on their shoulders really well. They think about things with logic. But this is a confusing time or situation, whatever this is pertaining to. Again, don't know if it's now or if it's in the near future, but there's some sort of a confusing situation where it's like, not sure what to do, not sure how I go about this as it relates to home and family. What they're trying to say is, you are strong enough to do this, whatever this entails. You're strong enough to get to it, get through it, and do it. And with the Temperance card upright, this is all going to become clear and happen and transform and fold itself out, all in good timing, all in its own timing, all the way that it's kind of, quote, meant to go. So it's going. With the Judgment card upright, again, this is like you're steadily on the right path, and in this situation, again, if this is now or if this is later, that you would be considered on the right path with this. That it's like, just ride the wave. You ride the wave, Oceana song. You ride the wave. You ride the roller coaster. Because this does feel a bit roller coaster-ish. It's like you're used to having things make some sort of sense, or your ability to make some sort of sense of it. And so when there's something that kind of makes you feel stumped, it's a bit harder, and you might get into the analysis paralysis where it's like, I'm thinking about these things, but it's like the more I figure shit out, the more confused I get. And so they're giving that picture in my mind of a Chinese finger trap where the harder you pull to get free, the tighter it is on your fingers and you get stuck. Whereas if you push it in all the way, it gets loose and you're able to pull your fingers out. And so this is kind of going with the flow rather than resisting type of thing. Because if we buck against it, if we resist it, if we try to think harder and we rack our brains harder, that it's just going to make things feel that much harder and that much more confusing and complex. And so they're like, just be strong. Know that this too shall pass, and know that you're doing okay. You're riding the wave. You're going to get through it. You're doing okay. Just continue to show up, being open, doing your best with what you can, with what you have at the time. And I'm seeing whatever this like home and family related situation is that's happening either now or happening a little bit later in the future. This again feels like it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna surprise yourself with how strong you're able to be, and how even in a situation that goes a bit different than what you would be used to, you're able to adjust, adapt, etc. So it's like, oh, I'm surprising myself with how adaptable I'm learning how to be, or how I'm able to just flow with this. It's kind of like my dumpster is on fire, but I'm still floating down the river in it. There's some kind of a feel like that. But that picture sounds way worse than what we're looking at here. This doesn't look like a dumpster fire. This looks doable, manageable. You got it. You got this. Okay? Good. Alrighty, so let's see here. Scroll down a bit here. Scroll down a little bit. And shuffle up. So I'm seeing these two right here, Natalie and Stargazer. I'm seeing these two from Natalie and Stargazer. So, shuffling up. Let's shuffle one more time for good measure. Okay, so, Natalie. What do Natalie's guides want to say? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Guides, what message are we giving to Natalie today? What message are we giving to Natalie today? What message are we giving? What does Natalie need to know? Damn y'all, y'all are getting these freaking cards. Okay, so for Natalie, let me pull one on this because, okay. Alrighty, so, Natalie, right here. I know these are kind of an intimidating two cards for us to start out on, but it doesn't feel to me as intimidating as it might look here to you. So, just whew. Breathe off. Don't be nervous. I feel like you might have some nerves about this. So just throwing that out there. But what it looks like your guides are saying, either now or coming up in the near future, there is some sort of a situation that is meant to end and transform into a different way of being. It's meant to shift. This is kind of shifting. We're going from one thing to another. I do get the Justice card in reverse. So if there's something going on, like legally, whether that means an actual legal issue or whether that means like, divorce or something like that, it could mean literal here. But sometimes the Justice card is just talking about things being balanced, equal, fair, just, right, sight, all of those kinds of things too. So we're seeing a situation that it's like trying to transition out into something new. And with this, it's like once we get to the place where we're able to finally close that door, then boom, the new beginnings just start right away. Like they get going, we're started, we're moving. But it's just a matter of like, I'm just trying to tie that loose end. I'm just trying to close that chapter. I'm just trying to shut that door and trying to take off from there. And you will. But it looks like whether this is right now or whether this is something that's happening in the near future, I see that shift there. And once we're able to kind of get that closure there, then boom, the new beginnings go off from there. So with this Temperance card, again, all in due time, trying to stay balanced through it, trying to stay calm through it, patient through it, trying to stay on your path through it. This is like, you're not going to know all the answers. You're not going to, okay, how do I put this? I think I've used kind of an analogy before in videos where it's like, say you're playing a video game and there's like invisible steps or something, but you know that there's steps there. So you make your character walk forward looking like they're about to fall, but then a step comes under them. So then they take another step thinking I'm going to fall, and then boom, that step comes under them. And so this is kind of what I'm seeing here, that it looks like whatever this situation is pertaining to, there's a lot of kind of moving parts to it, a lot of things to juggle up in the air, and that it would be kind of confusing what step to take and if those steps are safe and how it's meant to move from there. And it would be kind of scary to take steps on faith or knowing that there's going to be a safety net there to make sure you don't fall or whatever. But this is kind of that feeling of, you keep moving forward, you keep taking those steps, and something will be coming under to catch you every time you do it, because you're taking those steps with that different sight. Not, you see what I'm saying? Like, ooh, what was that? There was a movie. Denzel Washington and his fine self. Book of Eli? Was it Book of Eli? There's a movie with Denzel, and I believe it was called The Book of Eli or something like that, where he was walking through this like post-apocalyptic land trying to get somewhere, and he's blind, but yet he's reading a Braille Bible, and he's trusting by faith that things are happening on his journey, and he makes it where he's meant to make it, when he's meant to make it there, and things fall into place because of what he's done, but he was going by sight rather than vision. You know what I'm saying? You get it? I'm trying to explain here. I may not have the best examples, but that's what I'm seeing here for you. So it's like, continue to move forward in that way. Things are happening in due time. Whatever chapter this is to be closing. Once it closes, the new will start, boom, right off from there. It'll have a fast start, and you just go by faith, go by this other form of sight in this situation. Okay? Alrighty. Good deal. So, let's see here. Got a couple of comments here between Natalie's super chat and Stargazer's super chat. So let me see real quick. Okay. Yeah, Emily Lynn saying whether it's applicable to me or not, it's nice to take something positive away. Caitlin says same. Yay. See, Maya Ruin says all the love to Papa B. Thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate that. And y'all are sending love and blessings and hugs. Love that. Thank you. Awesome. So let me move down to Stargazer here. Stargazer. Okay, so my head's about to explode, so I'm glad we made it here. I have enough juices in my head to still keep going for you, Stargazer. Don't worry. I've got enough to go for you. But that is one reason why I've been limiting this to 5, and now we've ended up on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and Stargazer, you are 11. So I am cutting it off at Stargazer, and I mentioned this earlier, so I haven't read through the rest of the chat. Hopefully there's not anybody else later on that was hoping for a mini read, because I am doing number 11 when I was limiting it to 5. So there's a certain point at which I wouldn't be doing much good for people if I'm like, my brain is fucked. So I gotta make sure I'm still good. But I'm good for you, Stargazer. I'm good. No worries. I got you, girl. I got you. All right, so I gotcha. Let's see. Alrighty, so what your spirit guides want you to know, Stargazer, what your spirit guides want you to know. Let's see. What do we see here? What your spirit guides need you to know. Okay. We got that decision card coming back up that we had earlier in the beginning. We've got it coming up again here. Okay, so Stargazer, whatever is going on here we got the three's a crowd vibe again. So this is that feeling of something going on here that it's like, okay, this is cramped. I've got me, I've got someone else that I want to be here, and then there's a third person here that I'd rather them not be here, whether it's physically rather them not be here or energetically their vibe is clogging up my space. So there's some kind of a play on things like that that I'm feeling here. Somebody's vibe is in your space, or somebody physically is in your space that is a drain to have them in your physical or spiritual space. I'm seeing whatever this situation is, it feels like it's a difficult one. This is something that it's like it's not over, and it feels like it's a drain, and this is not ideal, and this is not what I would hope for it to be, and it kind of feels like there's trouble in paradise here. Whether it's like family issues or some kind of a personality conflict or something like that. Seeing something up here come up about this. They give me that Two of Swords. So just like what we were talking about earlier with some people, there's a theme here that seems to be going on today about people and making decisions. But it feels like, again, whether this is going on now or whether this is going on in the near future, it seems like there will be decision point time. With this decision, we have the Moon card here. The Moon card. This is a card about our deep innermost feelings. These are the feelings that if we get super, super honest with ourselves, super, true to ourselves, then we will know the answer. So with them putting it that way, it feels like whatever this is, that's not arriving at an answer super easy. It feels like that is a hard thing to kind of come by. So here's an example. And again, this may not be what's happening with you, but here's an example. Let's say, we have a relationship with a loved one, and let's say this loved one is making really bad decisions some sort of a way, whether they mean to or whether they don't mean to, but these bad decisions are really weighing heavy on the family and bringing other people down. And then let's say you feel like you've got to make a hard decision, and that if you were to tap into your innermost honesty, your innermost truth, and let's say it were to tell you, you got to cut this person out because this person is tanking the rest of the family and there's nothing more that can be done. Y'all have exhausted all avenues, all pathways, and you just feel like the only thing left is to kind of cut them off until they can, fall in line or get better or help themselves or do XYZ, whatever. Let's say that's your innermost truth, and that's a hard truth, and that's a shitty truth, and you don't want to have to go through with that, but you choose to, kind of thing. And so there's something here, again, whether this is a situation of now or whether this is a situation of the near future, that it's like there's some decision point coming up related to this stuff that you have a certain heaviness in making. It wouldn't be an easy decision to make, but it's like there's some kind of inner honesty, inner truth that you would know, and you stand by that kind of thing. And ultimately, again, what we've seen in some previous readings, at the end of the day, when everything's all said and done, boom, once again, 10 of Cups upright. This is a happily ever after card. This is a things work out in the end card. You know, it's things work themselves out, you know, they work themselves in the end, something happens, you know, whatever, that some kind of a way there's some sort of closure, or some kind of a way we see why decisions had to be made the way they were made, and we understand it, and, you know, we're able to feel some acceptance over that and move on from there, that kind of a thing. So this is a positive here, even if all of this stuff seems quite stressful. And again, don't know if this is now or if this is something in the near future, but this is what I'm seeing. So the main point of this is keep tapping into that inner truth with total inner honesty. Not always the easiest thing to do, but you know exactly what that is for you, and tap in, tap in, tap in. So, alrighty. Got it? Whew. Man. Whew. This has been a lot, but I appreciate it. Whew, I've been going for almost 2 hours. Damn. An hour and 49 minutes here. Almost an hour and 50 minutes. So almost 2 hours I've been going through this. So yeah, we've gotten a lot covered. We've gotten to talk with a lot of people and got a lot covered. So I'm very happy that we did that. So now y'all see why I do mini reads and have them be general, you know, messages from guides, because otherwise think of how long and drawn out it would be for each person. And that's why I do private readings so that people can, you know, have a 15-minute reading or 30-minute reading or 45-minute reading, you know, whatever they feel like they need. Because I understand that we can't always get through something like that in a live stream. So, whew. Alrighty. Let me go grab my water bottle real quick now that I'm done with this. Let me grab my water bottle and I shall return. Be right back. Okay. Alright. So, oh God, let me get in here. With my water bottle. Alright. Let me put it back to me. Okay. Alrighty. So let me catch up on these comments. I might have to try to go through them quickly because I don't know, you know, if I've missed a lot, then I might not be able to get through all of them if I were to read through every single one. So I might have to go quickly. But okay, let's see. Hello to Wendy B, because I'm not sure I said hello. And did her super chat reading fill up already? Yeah. Filled up more than double. But I will do this more in the future. This is not all, so we can do this more in the future. And also, again, like I said, there's private reading options as well, for people who are interested in that. So, if you don't want to wait around for a future live stream when we're doing this again. So up to you. Okay, let's see. Okay. And Anna Sagittarius me, hello to you, and hello to Shorty Love 87. Yay, yay. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Let's see, Purple Glitter says she usually has a few come through, then does the readings to catch up, then reopen as she does the readings. Yep. So I did that. Alright. So, hello to Rachel M, since I didn't get to say hello to you. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, so I see that Lauren Myers was understanding what her reading was referring to. Awesome. Caitlin H, it's my mother and my home falling apart and I've got to get out. Definitely stuck feeling at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a hard freaking situation. So you know what your reading was referring to. Ben Conroy, hello to you. Bring back the Uno cards. Yeah, I could bring those back sometime. And Joyce Matheson, hello. I didn't get to say hello to you yet. Yay. Okay. Let's see, just trying to skim through here. Rosie Nobrega, hello. Minnie V, hello. And Jackie M, hello. Awesome. She says, I'm loving the B-rolls at the end of your videos, especially with the fur babies. Man. Let's see. And Michelle Salter, hello. Just arriving and poured a glass of wine. Hello, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed your glass of wine, Michelle. Awesome. So, let's see. Okay, going through. Yeah, Rosie's right. Lots of let go of the things that no longer serve you. Yes, lots of that. I'm noticing that as a trend right now. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Fun size child, I haven't said hello to you yet, so hello. Big hugs to you with taking your state exam to become a teacher. I know that's hard. I had to take a national licensure exam for my license, and yeah, I studied like shit for that for a long time and racked my brain. I scored super high on it, so I was very proud of myself, but I hope to never have to go through that again. Sarah Rasuto, hello. That's cool. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Sierra, where you said, I'm glad that I decided to listen in. I know these are messages for other people, but some of it's really resonating with me. And so, yes, it's the beauty of it. That's why I like to listen into things like this, too. I enjoy that. And, Life with Leia Nunes or Nunes. You said same, so awesome, and hello to you, and hello to Script Goddess as well. So yay. Let me kind of read through, trying to kind of go through quickly. Hey, Wendy Olson, love you, mean it back. Yes. All right, let's see. Trying to go through. I'm seeing such random things, like my son shot an armadillo. What? Very, very random. But I mean, random comments are fine. There's nothing wrong with random comments. I just was not expecting to see that at all. Kimmy, hello. And hello to Dazed and Confused. Awesome. I'm saying hello to people that may or may not still be here. They may, I mean, these are comments that were probably done like an hour and a half ago. So these people may not be here. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, Better with the Irish says makes perfect sense, B. Thank you. Yay. Kelly Girl 83, hello to you. Let's see. And Tammy Hill, hello to you as well. And it's okay if you had just gotten here and didn't know what's up. That's fine. I'm sure you figured out what was up. Because if I explain now, you may not even be here anymore. All right. Let me see if I can skim through some more. Kelly Girl 83 didn't receive the notification, but so glad I found you. I needed this, especially today. Take care, everyone. Take care of you. Glad that you were here. Glad that you were able to find this when you needed this. And fuck those damn notifications that don't seem to be coming through when people need them to come through. Bah. Man. Okay, Hollister 74. Hello. Uh-oh, did my chat jump? Damn, where am I at? I'm saying where am I at, but where am I at? I think my chat might have jumped through and taken a lot of comments out just now. Because I feel like I've scrolled all the way up to this chat, and do I need to go over here? I have another one over here. Let me see if I can scroll up on this one and find where I was, because I feel like I was way up there higher. Does the chat cut me off where I can't go all the way up again? Damn. Okay, well, the chat cut me off where I can't go all the way back to where I was. It jumped probably because I was so far behind in the chat that I can't go that far away. So I don't know how many comments I would have missed in there. I apologize. Nothing really I could do about that. Let's see. Thanks, B, is always right on the mark. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that was helpful. Phantasmagorical, hello. Awesome. Bree Hodgkin Bourgeois, hello. Or Brea. Uh-oh. Dog, are you going to throw up? Hey, hold on, sorry. Dog's going to throw up. Hold on. Hey, come on, come here. It's okay, come here. No, easy, come here. Easy, come here. No, Scoot. Not you. It's okay, Scoot. Come here. Jesus, girl. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Nothing about that worked out well. Fuck. Nothing about that worked out well. First of all, she's okay. Izzy is okay. However, what does a throwing up dog do? They run immediately straight to a carpet or rug. And so she ran straight to the rug. The whole house is done in these panel vinyl floors or whatever they are that's supposed to look like hardwoods. The whole floor is done like that. But no, we go to the beige rug and we throw up there. I opened the door, the front door, to be like, here, come on, let's go outside, so that she could go outside, and if she was going to throw up on the ground. Well, what happened was she didn't run outside. She ran to throw up on the rug. So I go to pick her up from the rug. As I'm picking her up into the air, she throws up while in the air. And so it lands strewn across the rug because I'm picking her up and doing this with her to run towards the door. So she's puking the trail up in the air. So now I have a trail of puke on the rug in there that she did in the air. And while I was holding her up to get her outside, the door was open, so my 2 boy dogs ran outside. And this is the front yard with no fence. So she didn't go outside and puked on the rug anyway, but they did run outside, and I had to be like, y'all get inside, inside. And so I got them inside. So in other words, all 3 dogs are inside safe, and she is laying here on her pillow looking fine now. She seems fine. Sometimes she goes outside and she eats too much grass or something like that because she's got puppy pica and she tends to like overeat with things. So it looks like she ate too much grass and stuff and decided to do that. She seems fine right now on her puppy pillow. If she wasn't, I would just end the stream, but she's fine. But I wish I could say the same about my rug. So I just grabbed a bottle of like dog mess spray stuff that you spray on dog messes. And I just sprayed it all on the puke for it to be soaking in while I finish this. And then once I finish this, I'll clean it up after it's, had a chance to soak in and break down the stain, and I'll worry about it then. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just going to let it soak. Kind of like when you put water in dishes in the sink and you let it soak and then you clean the dishes. So that's what's going to happen now. But nothing about that happened like it should or like it could or what would have been good. That happened all wrong. Dog life. Dog mom. This is how being a dog mom goes, I guess. This is just how it goes. So there's that. Please stop eating contraband outside. Please stop eating grass. You know you don't feel good when you eat grass. You feel better? Yeah, you do. Okay. No, you can stay on your pillow. Stay on your pillow. It's okay. You can rest. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus Lord. Speaking of dog stains and messes and stuff, like, if there's potties and things on the floor, there's a product that I really, really like that, to me, I'm a dog mom. I've tried 8 million products, okay? I've tried a ton. And the one that I found works the best is something called Furry Freshness. Let me just look up here. Furry. Can I spell? Furry Freshness. So let me get it up here and get you. Oh, that's all it is? Okay. Well, then it's that. So there's the link I'm going to put in the chat. Furry Freshness is a spray, like it comes in spray bottles, and it's a non-toxic liquid or whatever, but if you get it on your hands, then do wash it off because it's going to leave white residue on your hands, and it might even feel kind of burn-y. So if you spray it on the floor, on a carpet or rug or something, then also make sure your puppies are not going to be walking near it because you don't want them to step in the wetness with their puppy pad or try to lick it up or things like that, because that's not going to be good for them. Try to keep them away from the area. But basically, once they've done some kind of mess on your fabric area, clean it up as best as you can, blotting and stuff like that. But then once it's cleaned up the best that you can, super soak that shit with the furry freshness. I mean super soak. I mean, if you got a spot of puke like this and you've cleaned it up as best you can, spray like 15 sprays of that shit on there. And then just wait. Don't touch it with you. Don't let your dog touch it. Just stay away from it and wait. And as it dries over hours, however long it takes to dry, it'll bring the smells and the stains out of the area. It's like the stains either go away completely or dramatically reduce the stain, like the appearance of the stain, and the smell goes away. I'm talking like if you get, how if you get urine in, like pet urine in carpet, how no matter how much you clean it, it can kind of still smell like that. And even if you get people to professionally shampoo your carpet, it can still kind of smell like puppy pee because it's like stuck in the pad and things like that. I'm talking this stuff doused in that area takes the smell completely away. You can put your face to it like that and not smell anything. So I'm not sponsored. I'm a small ass channel. I'm not sponsored or anything, but if they were to offer me a sponsorship, hell fucking yeah, I would do it. Telling you now, that is the best puppy mess problem solver that I've found yet. So anyway, major tangent, there's that. Oh Jesus. And now Riquito, now he's getting home from work. I just got to tell him about don't step on the stain. Let me just tell him not to step on the stain real quick. So, Izzy just had the worst fucking puke fest during the thing. She ran straight to I heard her going to puke in here. I'm live right now, doing a live stream. I heard her go to puke on the thing. I tried to pull her up. As I'm pulling her up, she pukes in the air while I'm doing this. Like, no, this is what I did. I come in here. I gotta open the door to let her go out. She doesn't go out. She goes over here. I go, no. I go pick her up. As I'm picking her up and doing this, she pukes in a line on the rug. Really dark puke. And I'm like, oh, no. So I'm holding her with puke on the floor. Notice the door's open and the boys are out. So I'm like, no. So I put her down, got the boys in. Everybody's in. She feels fine. I just sweep herself to the spot right now. So it's not so dark now because I just super soaked it with this. But I'm going to clean it after I'm done with the line. And I'm wrapping up the line. But that's what happens. So just don't step in it. Just don't step in it. Don't step in the saturated puke mess that I tried cleaning up. I paper toweled up as much as I could before I came in here earlier, and then sprayed it. But I got more I gotta do with that. So anyway, let me try to read through these comments and catch up as best as I can. Let's see. Alrighty. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. I know I'm reading through these things really fast. I'm probably missing some comments here. I apologize. I just want to catch up with y'all. And I know I've been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes and haven't gotten to catch up. And I've had, crazy shit after crazy shit after crazy shit, apparently. Let's see. Okay, so scrolling pretty quickly. Let's see. Okay, I'm just scrolling really fast. Okay, thank you for the super chat, Brea Hodgkin Bourgeois. I apologize that I'm not doing the mini readings right now, and when I do the mini readings, I do about what the guides are wanting people to know in these live streams. Specific questions like that would be really good for a private session if you were ever interested in that. You don't have to. You certainly don't have to do a private session at any point in time. But if you wanted just one burning question in a private session, I do have 15-minute short options if that's something that you wanted to do, and those are cheaper options and things like that if that's something that you were wanting to do. It's just that I usually do only about 5 of these at a time, and I've done 11, and it's 2 2 hours and 12 minutes into the live, and so I don't really feel like I'd be able to do that right here. But I appreciate the super chat. I'm not trying to put you off, but I had closed that down. So if you're wanting to, how about this, Bria, you told me before and I've forgotten. But how about this? If you do want, say a 15-minute private reading with me, if you do want to do one of those at some time and schedule it with me and ask that question in that private reading, the 15-minute private reading options are $29, and you just did a super chat of $15. You can email me. Here, let me write it down. BeasTalksAndTarot at gmail.com. So BeasTalksAndTarot, gmail.com. You can email me that you would like to schedule something. If you do, you don't have to, but if you did want to, you can email me. And because you've already got the 15 here, I can use the $15 that you've donated here against the remaining for the reading, and so you'd only have $15 for the full 15-minute reading, and we could do the 15 minutes just one-on-one, me and you answering that question, digging into it as much as we can in 15 minutes, if that's something that you wanted to do. So that is an option there if that's something that you want to do. You don't have to if you don't want to. And thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. Just trying to skim through again. Okay. And hello to Susan Lindores. Hello. Or Lindors. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but hello. Let's see, because I didn't get a chance to say hey to you. Okay. You know what? Okay, I see what you're saying, Lauren. About like putting a readings closed banner or something. Let me look into that. Like in the future, let me look into, is there some kind of a mechanism that I can show on the screen that readings are like reading queue closed or something. Let me write that down. I don't know if that's something I can do. It might be, but I will look into it to see if it is. And if it is, I will find a way to install that, get that in there so that we can have something like that in the future that can help clear up confusion for people who are joining when they join late and they may not know. So that's a good idea there, and I'll look into seeing what I can do on that. So thank you with that. I'll look and see if there's anything I can do on that for the future. Alrighty, Sweet Euphoria 9, hello to you. And S8706, hello to you as well. You asked, why don't I ever shout out other tarot card readers you trust? 2 reasons. I don't know any, and I don't watch any. So, and like anybody that's in my own personal world, they know this is true. I don't watch other tarot readers because I feel like for me, if I watch other people do readings on something and it's something I'm going to do a reading on, I don't want to do a reading and what if I start seeing cards that are a little bit different than what they were seeing, and I start feeling like, oh, that must mean one of us is wrong, and surely maybe I'm wrong, so maybe I should say what they said or something like that, and I might start to bias my own reading or taint my own reading or something based off of seeing other people's stuff. So I tend to not watch other tarot readers because I don't want to influence my shit in a way that could negatively impact what I'm doing or reading or saying. So I don't follow other tarot readers. I don't know of other tarot readers like to know that I trust them in their work. I know of maybe 2 other tarot readers that I can think of off the top of my head that are on YouTube, but I know of them because I've seen people write their names in the chat like, hey, this person does. I've seen people write Aphrodite does readings, and I've seen people in the chat write tarot by Janine or Jeanette, something like that. In the Janine, I think, in the chat or in the comments or things like that. So I know there are people who are in the comments that watch those folks, and that's fine. And they can give their assessment of if those people are, trustworthy readers or whatever. But I don't watch them, so I don't know. So I don't want to, it would be very weird and arbitrary for me to shout out tarot people that I don't know and I don't watch. So I don't know them enough to know if I trust their work or I watch their stuff. I don't know. I mean, I just inherently assume that they're probably great. But I don't know. So there's no one for me to shout out because of that. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So I don't know. I guess if I watched people and, was really into people's work and wanted to talk about their work because I really liked it, then I would. Because I shout out people all the time, but I shout out people that I'm watching for whatever reason. So anybody that has my community tab on here, I shout out people that I watch for content that's funny, or for good skincare advice, or for good music, or for good kind of catching up on the drama, or maybe they're a smaller channel and I really like their content and I want to support them to grow into a bigger channel, and I'll shout them out. So I give a lot of shout outs, but I give shout outs on people that I watch, and I just tend to watch all kinds of things that aren't tarot. I tend to not watch tarot people. So I'm not informed enough to really know for a shout out, if that makes sense. So good question though. Good question. Alrighty, let's see. Okay. Trying to. Sweet fine name, blah blah blah. I said hello to you, sweet. Yes, I did. I said hello to you. Loves Purple 1969. I have not said hello to you though. So hello. I wanted to say hello to you as well. Okay. So scrolling through a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, it's going to take her an hour to catch up. See, I'm going to try to go through very quickly. Try. Marcella, hello. Let me try to speed up the rate at which I'm going through these. I'm going to start going through these quicker so that I can catch up. I'm going to go through these quicker. Let's see. Gonna go through these quicker. Joanna Wallace, hello. KGB, hello. Awesome. Brooke, hello. Woohoo. So, okay. All right. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Jelly Beans, for your La Croix fund. I appreciate the super chat for my La Croix fund. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Alrighty. Let me go through quickly again. Hello to Cassandra S.J. I didn't get to say hello to you yet, so hello. And hello Matilda Smith and Luli Tubi. Hello. Awesome. Stargazer says, wow, spot on. Yay. I'm glad it was helpful. I'm glad it was helpful for you. Yeah, Emily, the decision card is really showing itself big time, right? That damn Two of Swords was coming up all over the place. Hello, Can. Yes, okay. I am just trying to skim through very quickly. Sim P, hello. Sugar Sean, hello. Awesome. Okay. I think I'm almost... Am I getting caught up now? Am I? Oh, wait, no, the chat just jumped. Shit. Okay, where am I in my chat? Where am I in my chat? Do I know where I am? Fuck. Okay, I think I found myself. I found myself in the chat. Okay, so. Thank y'all for supporting the private readings. That's very kind of y'all to give your experience there. Silver Wolf, hello to you. And Natasha, hello. Cool. Okay. Oh, Can, happy birthday, right? Are we singing happy birthdays in here for Can? I think so. So happy birthday. And Jisoo, hello. Rosevay, hello. Aw, thank you for the super chat, Silver Wolf. Thank you. That was very kind. And I love the little hiya puppy. Oh, I think I'm catching up because I'm seeing people say puke, pee, or poop. Always on the carpet, never on the hard floor where it's easier to clean. Exactly. So I'm catching up. Now. Just call me in. Yeah, oh my God. Same with a dog that has butt troubles, we're gonna put it that way. Yep. Dog mom stuff. I was like, oh man. Kim Farrell, hello. LEB Radio, hello. Still got a little Izzy dog down here that seems like she's doing really good. She's just resting now. Yeah, Bria. See, I know you told me before. I knew it. I knew you told me before. Told me before. Let's see. Okay, I'm just trying to skim through just to make sure I'm seeing everything. Oh, thank you, Silverwood, for the other super chat. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, and Sadie Westerman, hello to you. Thank you for stopping by. Hello. Okay. And Jessica Hamilton, hello. Very cool. Natalie Enrique Iglesias. You're funny. Yep, he's in the shower now. Oh, man. Okay. Your boy Gary, hello. Gary. Hey B, this was awesome, especially after having to work this morning. Your voice put me to sleep and I woke up to the doggy moment. Hope all is well. Much love back to you, and hope all is well with you too. Yeah, a joyful doggy moment. Indeed. Jaime Rodriguez, hello. From San Diego, hello. Faith T, hello. Awesome. Let's see. Am I catching up? I think I might be catching up. I might be. I am catching up. Woohoo, I'm catching up. Aw. David, thank you. David 51835. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And the cute little doggy emoji. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, Marcella, what's the doggy product again? Furry Freshness. I had a link up there earlier. Did I ever? Oh, I don't know where it is. Shit. I had a link up there earlier in the chat, but Furry Freshness. Yes. Alrighty, y'all. I've been jabbering here for 2.5 hours. 2 hours, 27 minutes, and 58 seconds, which means now 2 hours and 28 minutes. So I probably need to be heading on out. Get my shit together, get my life together. been going on at it. Probably also need to head on out so I can clean that spot on the rug before it becomes a thing. I soaked it, so it's soaking, and that's good, but you never want it to wait too long. You want to be able to get to it before it's waited too long, so I do intend to fix that sooner than later. But thank y'all for being here. It's been hectic. I was late. I was 20 minutes late to my own live stream, because I wanted to make sure my daddy was set up with everything that he needed before I left his house. And then I did 11 mini readings for 11 different people in here during this. And then we had Edie Pant have a vomit moment. So, whew, it's been a wild ride this afternoon, y'all. It has been a wild ride. But thank y'all for being here. I do appreciate it. And yeah. So, let's see. Oh, people are saying bye, everyone. Love you, mean it. Yes. Love you, mean it, everyone. Thank y'all for being here today. This has been great. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be coming at you soon with another video. Don't know which one yet. I guess we are gonna find out. The last thing I had written up here is today's live stream, so there's that. So I'm gonna get stuff together and come back at you in the future, but for now I'm gonna head on out and I'm gonna attend to the puppy mess before it becomes an issue. So alrighty y'all, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me and I will talk at you later. Bye.